So you have herpes. What, you think you're special? You'd be more special if you didn't have it. Look, we've all hookered ourselves out for money in times of need. Who hasn't done that? You gotta suck it up and move on with your life. Don't actually suck it up. That's when you're hookering yourself, that's kind of how you get donkey AIDS. So this is gonna be an embarrassing video for all of us, but if I can be okay with it, you can be okay with it. So I used to get cold sores all the time, and it's such a stupid disease, no matter how you got it. It's just like you look at them like, oh, you dirty slut. Apparently, my grandfather used to kiss us as babies, and my grandmother would always be like, don't kiss them, you have a cold sore, you're gonna give it to them. And he'd be like, ah, who gives a shit? They're gonna get it anyways. So I have grandpa-related herpes, and it's a special feeling in my heart. I can always remember him now. He's gone now, but I'll always have a piece of him on my fucking lip. So I used to get them all the time, and it wasn't until I went vegan did they actually reduce in severity and how often I'd get them. And I'd be like, hey, there's a plus that I never expected. No one's writing books about that. So when I went vegan, automatically I lowered my protein intake because animal products are like 90% protein. Wasn't accurate, I know. And one of the keys to not getting these outbreaks is to manage your protein levels, specifically arginine versus lysine. There is a connection there where you eat super high arginine foods, which is an amino acid, and you're low in lysine. The virus loves it. The virus loves that arginine. And if you can't remember this, just think arginine stands for ARG, like a herpes pirate, or I got a cold sore, ARG. And lysine is like lice. And when you get a cold sore, you just say it. At least it's not lice. So you could go down the path of looking up foods that have high arginine and low lysine and avoiding those foods. But in my opinion, that's a waste of time. You're wasting your time and mine. In my opinion, the total amount of protein is gonna fuck you. No matter what your arginine versus lysine ratio is, if you're eating too much protein, you're a hooker. So I haven't had a cold sore in like over a year now, and it's been a good streak. And then all of a sudden I get one, and I'm thinking, what the hell? What the hell? I'm vegan, yo. I thought I'd detox that shit out of me. You can do that, by the way. We'll get to that later. But the only thing I changed was adding a protein powder. I'm trying to make the gains of St. Louis. They're scary, how big they've got. I don't even know what to do about it. I hope they don't hurt me. But I started adding 2 scoops a day of this protein just to test it, see what's happening. Does it help me build muscle faster? And so each scoop contains 24 grams of protein. So I was adding 1 scoop to my smoothie and then 1 scoop to my salad. You might as well just lick a hooker's ass. I want you to know something. If you have this illness, it's a virus. You can choose whether or not to feed it or not. And if you feed it high protein foods, you will get protein outbreaks all the time. I hate to bring up my man Shay Carl over at the Shaytards. He was one of the first YouTubers I started watching. Really funny guy, great family, and I've had dreams about his wife. So there's that. But if you watch his videos, every single video he has a cold sore or a new one on the way. Just outbreak city all the time. And it's because he eats a lot of meat. He eats a lot of meat, that guy. He's feeding his family. He's not ready to do the vegan thing. He tried it for a little bit. That's how I got into him, because he was doing a raw food experiment. And he was so happy and healthy looking back then. He was full of energy, but life calls. When you got 5 kids, you're just like, I don't care anymore. Just whatever, give me the hot dog. Shove it up my ass. So his experience correlates with mine. When you eat too much animal products or too much protein, even from vegan sources, you get more outbreaks, and they last longer, and they're more severe, and they scab over. Always, mine used to scab, get this dark scab on it. Disgusting. When I went vegan, they didn't even get that bad. It was just like, yeah, it's there, but they don't get as big, they don't last as long. It's same thing with a cold. When you go vegan, the colds just seem to drastically reduce their severity. Like, you don't get as sick, it's not as harsh, and it doesn't last as long. It's like a vegan body is pure, and if you want to be the demon child who eats meat, expect hooker disease and sickness, always, every 2 months. So having said that, if you get your diet under control, you're eating just enough protein to make such gains that literally scare children away. 7 kids just ran away from me the other day. They're like, holy shit, no. Once you have your protein under control, if you feel an outbreak coming on, kill it. Kill it immediately and often. Get some silver, that silver spray, the colloidal silver. Just spray it on every few hours. Just keep spraying it. That will kill it. So that's what I do when it happens. And you can get rid of it completely. Listen to Dr. Morse here.
Okay, what regimen would you recommend to cure herpes completely, 100%? Well, there's only one. There's only one. And that's detoxification. You can't kill viruses out of the body. You can't kill them. They're proteins. They're not single-celled organisms. They're not like breathing, living humans or beings. They're proteins with attitudes. So you want to detox that. Get your kidneys filtering, get the adrenals up, because you can only detox viral loads out of the body. How do we know that? Because we've been doing HIV and Hep C viral loads for how long? So, and they're all very successful. You know, herpes the same way. But you can only detox them out. So take a look at your lymph system, because that's the system that you have to deal with. And remember, these are proteolytic, so these herpes comes out when what? Virals come out when what? We had a long talk about this on a video about HIV and Hep C virals and things. They're just viral loads. However, the more acidic you are, they become real because they're proteins. And they help breed a protein environment. They help breed an acid environment. But they're more antigens. So more antigens, they're more signalers. If they don't adhere to cells, then they just become viral loads. And symptomology is good, everything's good. But it's like in HIV, you can have an HIV viral load, or you can have AIDS, which is viruses with attitudes. And attitude just simply means that you're so acidic now they're attaching to cells, and you have your immune responses to that.
And I believe them. I believe it. But in reality, if you have it, your partner probably has it. So once you detox it out, then your partner just gives it back to you. You're playing herpes catch. You're like, here, honey, catch this. You're like, fuck you. Fuck you. So if you've made it this far on planet Earth and you don't have it, congratulations. You're a stealthy king, a warlord. Way to go, you've navigated the streets well, and good on you. But you're gonna meet somebody one day, and you're gonna have to do some investigating. But isn't love the key that can overcome anything? If you reach within your heart, you can find a way. You can find it. I don't know what I'm doing now. So I think we're done here. I want to thank you for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your dirty hooker friends. And let me know down below if you have any tips on how to get rid of it completely, forever. That is a fruit-based diet, Dr. Morse said. You can detox it out of the body completely. And I agree, if you can handle a fruit-based diet. It's not easy, my friend. Unless you live in the tropics, it's the easiest thing on earth. But in Canada, give me herpes. Just give me that shit. So that's it, we're done here. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. If I was a millionaire, I would just make videos that I want to do, and that is the secret to life. Pretend you're a millionaire and then ask yourself, what would you do for free? And I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I love making these videos. I love making you guys laugh. And it's actually really inspiring when I get a comment, people saying they've changed their life, they went vegan, my dad's no longer sick because of you. That is like, wow. Like, I feel like I'm making a difference here. And I'm doing what I love at the same time, so I love this, and I'm so